What's going on, guys? It's Colt, back at it again. Gonna play around the MR. This is something I haven't done yet. Nobody's really seen the MR drive down the road. Got my GSR next to us. Got my buddy Trevor over there cleaning his Mitsubishi. That's all we really have in the garage, is a bunch of Mitsubishis. So, like the GSR 2015, same thing. Evolution. The only difference between the two is this is an MR. Now, the only sad of these cars is, though the GSR has more horsepower to the wheel, this car is actually faster in a quarter-mile race. Now, what a lot of people don't understand about the difference between the two is, let's throw my seatbelt on before I start kicking. These MRs are actually really extremely ballsy cars. And a lot of people don't realize how fast this SST twin clutch can actually shift in one of these things. So this is just normal. I'm letting it warm up. I'm going to run down the street. So I'm just running down the street. Nothing fancy. You can tell the car's pretty cold and stuff. But what a lot of people don't understand when they're going to buy these Evolutions is everybody dogs these cars, and all they want to do is talk garbage about MRs and how MRs don't have balls and it's not a real Evolution because you're not shifting gears or nothing like that. But what they don't realize is these cars are extremely powerful. And honestly, having both of them, trying to figure out which one was better than the other, so we bought two. This MR's way over top of the GSR. And as fun as the GSR is, and as much power as it has, and as much modifications has been done to it, this thing's pretty simple what's done to it. Just got an cold air intake on it, and it's got an ETS V2 exhaust. Cat back, too. I mean, there's still cats on this thing, but she roars. You can just hear the thing roar. I mean, this puppy's got power. And that's one thing I like about these things, the amount of power. So this thing's warming up. I'm going to come up to the end of this road. I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to show you little tricks on these things and what these things can do. So give me just a quick second. Like I said, it's a little wet out tonight, so I ain't going to push it too hard. We're starting to get a little bit of a rainstorm. Beautiful day in December, though, but the rain's slowly starting to come down. Alright, let me turn this puppy around. Alright, so now we're pretty much warmed up in this car. Don't take much to warm up an Evolution. Just a little cruise down the street and get it warmed up and ready to go. But I mean, just figuring these cars out, it's fun. So we're gonna throw it. See how it says normal right there? That just means normal mode. That's all it's in, is normal mode. So what this car has is a sport mode on it. Sport mode is just makes it shift different. I don't have to paddle shift this car in sport mode. This car shifts to a very well factory design. The car's extremely smart for what it is. I mean, just look at that thing climb up. Now the sad thing is, that's nothing of what this car offers. And what a lot of people don't realize, they think that's it right there. They think, wow, that's all my Evolution is. But they don't know what they're dealing with. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is Evolution does have launch control like my GSRs do. But throw that car in park, drop back to normal, push up, and then hold it forward. Now you're in Super Sport. And in Super Sport, you got all your features. You got launch control. Just hold the brake, rev up. So you can hear you go about 2,000 RPMs. Don't over boost it. You just let off that brake and just hammer down. Watch that puppy come alive. And this car does throw you back in the seat. It throws you back in the seat extremely hard. So yeah, I mean, this is what you get when you buy a 2015 Evolution. Now, you cannot put it in Super Sport while driving down the road. You do got to stop, put it in park, and throw Super Sport. Right here, I'm going to pedal shift it up to keep the gears up. Just because this thing does run at a really high RPM. So in Super Sport, so I'll keep the, I'll stay up in gear. Keep the RPMs down. You can't paddle shift without moving the lever over into the paddle shift. You just hit the paddles and you're into it. But once you hit the pedal one time, if you want to go back to drive, which I'm going to bump it out of Super Sport, come back to drive, you just got to go back over like that, hit it over and then hit it back to drive. But I mean, launch control on this thing is awesome. And that's what I was trying to get at, what a lot of people understand. And I try to explain to everybody about this between these GSRs and MRs. These MRs are stupid fast. I mean, for what you can do with this is an ideal drag car right here. And you know, a guy once told me that automatics win the races. All males are used for is to impress their prom dates.